How do you view racial discrimination in your society?
I still feel there's enormous amounts of racial discrimination around the world. Certain parts of our country certainly do have a lot of racial discrimination because they were raised to be like that, and what you see is what you do. So I feel that there's still big amounts of racial discrimination.
Have you been personally been discriminated?
I have not, but I've seen some of my friends or coworkers that have been.
Okay. And what are ways that you believe that we can resolve this problem?
I think we can resolve this by educating the kids at schools that there's nothing wrong with being a different race and everyone's human and we can be judged by different colors. And I think starting with kids so they don't grow up to be racial, that'll be a good strategy to start with.
Okay, thank you very much. So tell me, how do you view racial discrimination?
I think it's very wrong and unjust, and I've been there, and it hurts really bad, and it's not fair.
So you've had a personal experience about this?
Yes.
Now, what are ways you can define to resolve the problem?
I think we could help by trying to get a group of people to try to solve it and help others not be as racist as they are today.
So be more open-minded?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. So tell me, how do you view racial discrimination in your society?
I feel just depending on the area, some states, are probably worse than others. Us being here in El Paso, I don't see it as much, but there still is some. Maybe in Alabama and all those areas in the southern area, I know there's still a lot going on over there.
Have you ever been racially discriminated or experienced it?
I've never personally been racially discriminated, but I've seen it firsthand with my friends. Just areas like in class one time, teachers treating him differently just because he's a different color, or just putting him out there.
Okay, and what are ways to resolve the problem that you can think of?
Just joining together, rioting, like the way they've been doing it is not the right way. We have to take it to the government, not act like monkeys and just act a fool.
All right, thank you very much. So tell me, how do you view racial discrimination in your society?
I don't think it's ever going to leave. We can only just work on a better future by being positive about it. Don't be racist and think of everyone as yourself. What would you do if you're in the other person's shoe? And just try to be open to it.
Have you ever been personally discriminated?
I believe so, yeah. I think a lot of it is from whenever I'm doing extracurricular activities, like when I was playing soccer, I used to be called a beaner, or spig, even though I don't look that Mexican. But yeah, it's not going to stop. I think it's just going to continue.
And what are ways that you believe that could be resolved?
Well, like I said, just striving to a better future by being positive to other things, like to other people and their culture, just being open to it. Don't put labels on it, and knowing that you're human, they're human. The only difference is the skin color and maybe how they speak. But you should be excited to meet people like that since it's a different culture. So,
okay, thank you very much. So tell me, how do you view racial discrimination in your society?
It's every day. We live in a border city, so you see it constantly, especially when you have Hispanics that live in Juarez coming over, especially when they're driving their vehicle. And we, here in El Paso, you see people with their Mexican driver's license plates. And it's viewed immediately. You treat them differently, you honk at them, you're rude to people. And it is viewed constantly here.
Have you ever personally been racial discriminated?
Yes, and actually I saw it when I traveled with Del Valle High School. It's a high school that's predominantly with Hispanic students. And we traveled with a soccer team going up to the Panhandle and up north. And people were very rude. And they started, as they saw our players play or speaking Spanish, they would throw tortillas at the field. And that was very disrespectful. And that was quite an eye opener.
What are ways that you believe that can be resolved this problem?
A lot of it starts, of course, at home, with parents educating children. But most important, I think it's a big thing with teachers doing units, teaching them about cultural diversity, that there's other cultures, other countries, other languages, and how we as Americans, the only Americans here have been Native Americans. So it's pretty much, we've been a melting pot. We've come from all over. We're different ethnicities, and teaching in the classrooms about different cultures. And I think that would bring cultural awareness and bring back the respect with other people that look different from us.
All right, thank you.